So we're back. We're in here. We live to breathe another day. It's a Wednesday night, 6:56 p.m., and we're getting ready to go into a game that I gotta say that I'm absolutely torn, because you got to figure out first thing in this game is which Rutgers team is going to show up here. You know, during our 5-game skid, we were pretty competitive with just about everybody. We were in most games. The last 5 minutes of those games was atrocious. Let's not get me started on that just yet. And basically, which Rutgers team is going to show up? Are we going to see the team that lost games to Minnesota, Northwestern, Penn State? Or are we going to see the games where they beat up, all the top teams in the conference? This is the most Jekyll and Hyde team in the conference, and they're sitting there with the most quad one wins of any team ranked outside of the top 50 in the net. It's really just a totally stressful thought process on how this game is going to play out today, and I really do not have a clue. I'm not really sure how this one's going to go. I'll get into it here in just a quick second, saying hello to everybody that's been here or in here now. Mr. Tony V's wife must be in Italy, so he has the TV to himself, but he's going to hang out with us. Appreciate you, Tony. Thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying some you time, bro. Mr. Tim, Alley Cat Treasure's in the house as well. Hope you can maintain a solid lead. They always get picked apart late in the game. What do you do to remedy this? And my thought process is a better substitution practice. That's always my answer. I'm never gonna win it, so I don't know for sure. But let's get a bigger lead, and let's not play conservative, yet. Next on the list is Mr. Matt Emily. What's up, bro? Really kind of nervous tonight about today's game. Big opportunity. What's up, Matt? Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping in tonight. Hope all is well. I hope you got that phone figured out. I hope your daughter hasn't got you all tore up on that phone. Miss Lindsay's in the house too. Football has been on my radio all week. I've been listening nonstop. Really excited about this combine and some of the prospects that are there. Alley Cat Treasures, Lindsay Brillhart, and Mr. Sam is in the house. Yeah, I agree. Turnovers, we've been really good lately. Xavier Johnson has played really solid basketball, and with Rob Fennessy being able to give him a break and let him being that aggressive type of defender that he likes to be, really solid. But Steve Peichel has got a very good defensive team that I really look forward, and I can't think of the kid's name that they're going to stick on Sam, or not Sam, I'm reading Sam's name, on Xavier tonight. I can't think of his name, but it'll come to me in a second. I want to say it's TJ McConnell. I think that's the right one. But he may be Big Ten Defender of the Year. So there's going to be your matchup. Race Thompson and Ron Harper Jr., two guys of similar body types, similar skill sets, going at each other. Chad says hit free throws. And, yes, got to hit our free throws. Got to get it to the line. We got to take away the middle from that for them. We've got to get their middle. We got to feed the post early. We got to get them in a little bit of foul trouble to make Peichel go to his bench, because his bench is a little weaker, I feel, once you get past 7-8. So with all that being said, we're about 2 minutes from tip today. I'd love to coach basketball, Sam, and I am doing very well. Indiana Creek Walker is in the house. Let's get it. Tonight is the night. I really feel like we can secure ourselves. I feel like we can really secure ourselves for an NCAA bid tonight. How did the Arizona coach get an extension over Murray? He did not scrub his social media because he didn't get extended early. He just waited it out and got it. Same for the GM. Also, he's improved every year, as has Murray. But Murray's got a little bit of a maturation process to go through. All right, Joe, you're right. It is senior night. We talked about that a little bit earlier. I did not get to see any of senior night. I don't know who participated. I don't know how that went. I'll have to read about that after the game because, like I told you guys, I don't like to I don't like to get into a lot of what the other people think on analytics. I like to create my own opinions as we go. That's why I have the volume turned down so that I can, really low, so I can maybe hear a little something. But I like to make my own opinions of the game. And really fired up tonight. I think Race Thompson and Ron Harper Jr., that's my matchup to look out for. I really feel like that's where it's going to be tough. Also, we got to guard Geo Baker. McKay, he's going to foul a lot. They run a 4-guard lineup, and then Omarori is their center. And I really feel like Parker and Miller, if they can play the same type of game, just role play, not make mistakes, get the ball into Trace and Race on the post, and we got a really good chance as long as we play efficient basketball today. I feel like this is going to be a low-scoring game. I feel like it's going to be a defensive game. So let's play clean basketball. Let's defend the three, and let's keep them. You know what? They played a really good game last time, Sam. A lot of them shots that Minnesota hit coming down the stretch, that's tough love right there. That's a lot of contested threes and a lot of contested baskets. It's real easy to, when a team gets motivated at home and when they're closing in on a lead, you just can kind of feel the vibe changing. So here we go, everybody. Much love in the house tonight. Let's see what we can do. And there's the tip, and that's controlled by Rutgers. Rutgers is going to bring it across the line. Okay, he's got the ball. He's going to try to feed over to Omaruyi, over to McConnell. McConnell's looking. He's going to get it down, try to get on the block to Omaruyi. They do. Trace Jackson's in coverage. He feeds Harper out deep. He's going to try to go around Race. There's a switch. Kopp is now on Harper. 7 on the shot clock. Harper's going to dribble drive. He gets all the way around Kopp and just burned him for the layup. No help defense. That was kind of ugly. What's up, Evan Hammer? Let's go. Xavier's going to bring it up. He's going to hand off to Kopp, who feeds over to Race at the top of the key. Race has got the ball. Looking inside to Trace. He's going to get the feed down on the post. No double team as of yet. Trace backs in, rolls around, goes up, and draws the foul from Omaruyi. And he is going to go to the line for 2, but he did not finish. Trace is going to go to the line for 2. Fouls is a big thing in this game because their bench is not deep. But that's a good play. That was a good spin move by Trace. Good job by Race to get it down there. Hoosiers? First free throw is hard off the back rim, no good. And Miller Kopp doesn't even realize that it's a 2 free throw foul. Oh, Joe, I agree. Big time, brother. And the second one is good. Why is that doing that? Okay, that's going to be ugly all game. McConnell's going to, he's going to bring the ball up the court with Parker Stewart in tow. Nothing doing there. There comes a pick. He's going to roll off the pick, go to the basket. He's going to throw it up. No good. Controlled by Miller Kopp. He's going to push it a little bit. Hand off to Johnson. Johnson will bring it across the timeline. Johnson sets the offense out high, feeds Trace on the left wing. Trace has got the ball. Hands off to Johnson. Johnson's going to drive around, feeds Race on the block. Race against Ron Harper. Race is going to try to back him in. He's going to try to roll. He's going to do the baby hook. It's short off the front iron. No good. Ron Harper controls the rebound. Good defense. Here comes Rutgers feeding Harper. Harper's going to pull back for the 3. Nothing doing. Good defense by Race. Way to recover. Omaruyi has the ball. He hands it off to Harper. Harper's got Trace on him. He's going to try to dribble. He penetrates over to McConnell. Hits Omaruyi on the block. He's got Race Thompson on him. Puts up the little baby hook and gets the roll. 4-1 Rutgers. 18:07 to go. Oh, good. My scoreboard actually kicked into gear this time. Xavier's going to set the offense, feeds Race on the right wing. Xavier goes, passes it down on the block to Trace. Trace has got Omaruyi on him. He backs him down. There he goes again, puts up the little baby hook, and it's good. Trace Jackson Davis has the first 3 points of the game for Indiana, and it is 4-3, 17:45 to go. Jesua by Miller. Nope. If I show it, it'll be a copyright strike. Sorry. Harper's got it out wide. Feeds the block. I can't use live audio. Or McConnell's going to drive the baseline on Kopp. puts up a fadeaway shot. No good. Very good defense. It's tipped over to Thompson. Race is going to run the floor. Xavier's going to drive. He feeds the left wing. Caught for three. Short off the rim. Gets his own rebound. Drives. Puts up the 13-footer off the backboard. No good. Race with the rebound. Trace puts it in. My bad, Trace. 5-4 Indiana. 17:04 to go. Now, I don't need no strikes, JB. Nice to see you tonight, brother. Hey, Alex isn't here to bump you. Okay, he drives on the baseline. He gets cut off. He feeds the left wing over to Geo Baker. And somebody stepped on the end line. It was Mulcahy. Steve Peichel is coaching hard over there. Story of my life, just short. I wish I could. I wish I could just show it. It'd be that much better. But I'm not allowed. I wish I could. Xavier's got 25 on the – oh, he gets it across the timeline to Kopp. Kopp's is double-teamed out high. He starts his dribble. Hands it off over to Parker Stewart. Race Thompson on the right wing. They are denying the ball to Xavier Johnson right now. Trace backs him down inside. He feeds Race on the block. Race is going to go up, put it up and in, and one. He's going to draw the foul on Ron Harper Jr., and that's going to make it 7-4. What a nice pass by Trace Jackson Davis, and good adjustment by Race Thompson to get the layup. They gave him a year back due to COVID, so technically he is a sophomore. Race Thompson's at the free throw line. IU is 1 for 2 for the game. Race is going to put it up, and it is good. 8-4, 16:30 to go in the first half. Indiana's going to put a little man press on with Parker Stewart against Mulcahy. He gets it across the timeline. He's going to hand it off to McConnell. McConnell feeds Baker out high. Geo Baker feeds Ron Harper. Ron Harper's got Race Thompson in tow. There's the pick. He's going to get him against Trace. He's going to try to drive. He goes all the way to the basket. Blocked by Trace Jackson Davis, and Trace gets the rebound. Here comes Xavier Johnson the other way. X feeds Parker on the left wing. They get the ball inside. Tipped back out to Parker. Parker's going to dribble drive. He probing. Nothing to do. Resets the offense out high with 15 on the play clock. Trace gets the ball on the block. There's a switch. He's going to back his man in. He dribbles it off his leg. He goes up and gets the layup. Goes right around number 21. Not sure who that is. It's a first substitution for Rutgers. Big-time mismatch. Okay, he drives all the way to the basket. There's a layup attempt, and it's good by number 21. He gets that basket right back. 10-6 IU, 15:28 to go as Xavier Johnson comes across the timeline. He's working inside, nothing doing. Feeds it over to Kopp. Kopp passes to Jackson Davis down on the block. He's going to drive, spin, and put it up and in. There's a big-time mismatch with number 21 on Trace. 12-6, 15:10 to go. There's a three right there put up, no good. Trace Jackson with the rebound. Here comes X back the other way. Indiana's playing solid defense. They feed Race on the block, back out to X. X for three. Short off the rim, but he gets his own rebound. He follows his shot. Good job. Feeds it back out to Trace on high. Trace is going to drive. He gets down to the block. Feeds it back out to X. 10 on the shot clock. X feeds Race. Race has got it on the block. He's got McConnell on him. He's going to draw a foul. And we're going to come to the first media timeout here. 12-6 IU. Big-time mismatch when Omaruyi goes out. I got to learn how to say his name correct. I feel bad if I'm butchering it. Father Mulcahy, yeah. Jim, all I know for sure is that everybody that participated in the season that was no NCAA tournament was giving an extra year of eligibility. So they acted like that whole year did not count. So I know that's why Trace is technically a sophomore. But it says Race is a redshirt senior. And, you know, with the extra year of eligibility already, I'm really confused on how that all works out. Not really sure, but, you know, so far so good. No, it's they're not in the 1-and-1 yet, Sam. It will be an out-of-bounds play with 20 seconds on the play clock when we come back from the timeout. I got snot in my nose today. I don't know why. Oh, I know why, because spring is starting to creep in. So you guys know, I love my basement. I love everything about it. It's a lot of fun to have, and I don't want to use my green screen. I want to keep working on setting my basement up. Oh, by the way, check out this really quick. I did a job for a friend of mine this last week, and they gave me one of the Bengals Super Bowl participation hats, I suppose is what you want to call it. It's one of the official ones from the NFL. Pretty sweet, huh? Oh, really, Creek? That's nutty. Yeah, I mean, I tell you what, I'm very interested in the Colts offseason. I'm not a Colts fan per se, but I'm really curious to how they're going to play their offseason this year. You know, I'm just for the fact that I have so many Colts fans that are around here. I'm going to pay some extra special attention to them in the offseason, free agency, and so on and so forth. I'm going to get to know that organization a little bit better, just to better communicate with some of the folks in here, so that that when we're in basketball off season, I will definitely get to have some conversation that I can speak with some knowledge about the Colts. I don't dislike the Colts. I just dislike Carson Wentz. Sam, thank you. We're still working on getting everything done, but it's a lot of work right now, especially with my job. And with Omoruyi to the bench, that means Trace is going to have his way for a little while. Yeah, it's going to be fun. And there is a quick layup. I think Race Thompson scored it right off the inbound pass. Cut to the basket, 14-6 IU. Okay, he picks up his dribble out high, feeds Harper. Harper hits McConnell. McConnell comes off the pick. There's the switch. He's trying to beat Race on the block. Nothing doing. Race cuts him off. He feeds the ball out high. Okay, he's got it. He's probing. He's got Race Thompson on him. Nothing doing. IU will switch on anyone. Harper pulls up from almost 28 feet and buries it. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Good defensive possession, better offensive shot. 14-9. X drives the ball. He's going to get into the lane. Throws it over to Race in the corner. Nothing doing. He almost traveled. He's going to feed Kopp for three. Hard off the back rim. Nothing doing. Here comes Harper in transition. Harper's going to tries to hand it off to McConnell. And it's going to be Rutgers ball out of bounds. And Woodson is animated over there. I think he's saying that the ball was laying on Harper when he fell down. Oh, yeah, that's not. Can't. Oh, he's out of bounds. That should be our ball. He was laying on the ground. That's what he's saying. Race Thompson being aggressive out there. And there's going to be the foul and the hand check. He got him in the face. That's the first team foul on Indiana, though. They've been really good about not reaching until now. Race Thompson playing some good D against Ron Harper Jr. Here comes the inbound. Okay, he's got the ball. He's going to dribble drive on Parker. He feeds Harper on the block. Harper's got Race Thompson on him. Baker for three. Sinks it. And there's the danger. What's up, Randall? Nice to see you. Just one light. I got a round light over here. I'll show you sometimes. I'm not using nearly what I normally use. It's usually too bright. Trace gets the ball on the block. He's going to try to push back in. Omoruyi's back on the floor. He feeds it around the horn to Parker Stewart for three. Hard off the back rim. No good. We have not made a three yet. What's up, Wanda LaFlaca? Let's go, Hoosiers. They're up two. Baker feeds over to Mulcahy in the corner. Harper Jr.'s got it. Rotates it back around to McConnell. Back to Baker out high. Xavier Johnson's on him tight. Harper hands it off to McConnell. No shot there. He's going to go around a pick, gets it inside, and there's going to be a foul in there. It's going to be on Miller Kopp. Fouls Omoruyi coming in high off the give and go. Geo Baker off the pass, catch and shoot, really good. 14-12, 12-20 to go. Puppet. Yeah, no doubt. And there's Rob Fennessy on the floor. Fennessy and X are on the floor at the same time. The fans are pretty happy about that. Also, Fennessy said he is really close to being 100%. And there's the tip pass. Trace Jackson gets the steal. Coast to coast and the dunk. What a defensive play by Trace. He's all over the place. Drives the lane, slams it home. Indiana's up 16-12. Here comes Mulcahy back the other way. He's going to push in the lane, looks for his shot, nothing happening. Feeds it to Omoruyi. Miller Kopp is on him. He loses it in the corner. Feeds back out high to Harper. Harper's got Fennessy on him. Gets it down on the block. Up against Geronimo. And that's a travel. I think Geronimo got smacked in the tater, but that's okay. He took steps. Jordan Geronimo is in the game. Trace Jackson Davis. What a beautiful steal and dunk. I'm telling you what, when Trace evolves, if you look at him, he still seems a little awkward with some of the ball handling aspects. But if somebody's willing to be patient with him coming into the NBA, give him a year or two, maybe G League him or whatever you want to call it. I really think when he develops some a little bit more upper body and a little bit of an outside shot, I really think he's got an opportunity to be a long-time, big-time NBA guy. He's just raw when it comes to some of the things that he needs to do for the NBA. He's got the length. He's got everything. He lacks a little bit of the ball handling. I really think so, Randall. And his dad, Mr. Dale Davis, one of my favorite Pacers of all time, basically really liked, you saw that he liked Woodson, but you know what? Trace has not developed his game during the game. He's only doing stuff in practice. He's not trying to shoot that jump shot in the game. If he can pull up from 18, 20 foot right now, that's all he really needs for the NBA. He needs a little more strength on the post. I didn't see it, JB, and I was really curious. There's where my curiosity was at, and I'll have to figure that out afterwards. I'm sure there will be, some of the people that broadcast that are true insiders or who are, get to watch the game from the media side. I'm sure there will be something post game about that. Absolutely. Podcast on the break. Some of those guys will probably have, that whole scenario. I don't get to see that, man. I get to see what you guys see. I see the TV come up here. Yeah, Randall, and you're right. And bigger guys with girth, right? Zach Edey, Kofi Coburn just completely annihilated him. Anybody that's got real size and strength, he has trouble with. He's a better defender, a better perimeter defender on guys, his own body type, but he can't defend the post, so he's not really a true center, and that's the reason why he's got to have an outside shot for the NBA, because he's not going to be able to handle that. He doesn't have the strength yet. Yeah, Ken. JB, I watch Ken too. I watch him every so often. Especially when I'm curious about something. I don't always agree with him, but he's got some really good insight. And even though our opinions differ sometimes, I really like his opinion, and I can definitely see his side. But he sees a lot more than what we do. Yeah, can't even go around him. All right. We're getting ready to inbound the ball here with a 16-12 lead. 11:47 to go in the first half. So far, so good. I feel like we've played controlled, even though we haven't hit any outside shots. Finney's going to bring the ball up across the timeline. He's going to break the press by himself. Finney's open on the left wing. They're in some kind of a weird zone. Feeds Finney. He's going to drive inside the lane, feeds back to X. X tries to get the baseline. He throws a pass to Geronimo, and it gets tipped away. Here comes McConnell back the other direction. Kind of a bad pass. I wish Finney would have took the shot. Okay, he's got it out high. He's trying to get around Finney. He's going to back him down, try to work him on the post. He shoots a little floater, short off the rim. Trace with the rebound. He feeds Finney out. Finney's going to hit X across the timeline. Here comes IU. Geronimo sets a pick. Finney's over on the wing. He's going to shoot the three. Oh, in and out, no good. Geronimo tries to affect the rebound. McConnell clears. McConnell comes back the other way, goes around Geronimo, hits Harper in the corner. Harper's looking to drive around Trace, and nothing doing. Trace holds his defensive position. McConnell's got it out high. He goes around Geronimo, and Geronimo almost had the tie-up. Here comes Mulcahy against X, and they're going to get Xavier with the foul there. It should be with the body. But that's aggressive defense. I got Spectrum too, and right now, no matter where I go, I get the same little glitches in my service, and I'm not sure what it is. But I'm going to cry about it now because, I'm just going to cry about it. There's looking to inbound the ball. Tamar Bates is in off the bench, drives the baseline, feeds McConnell, and gets a layup. IU is up by 2. Here comes Finney back the other way. 10:22 to go in the first half. And Rutgers, Geronimo's got the ball out high. He's going to feed Finney. Finney's going to dribble drive. Nothing doing. He's probing, feeds Geronimo on the block. Geronimo's got Harper on his back. Geronimo dribbles in. There comes the swipe. Nothing doing. Geronimo takes a shot, and he hits it over Harper. Good shot by Jordan. Jordan makes about an 8-footer, 10-footer, and we are back up 4. Mulcahy's going to drive the post. Can't get it. He's got Geronimo on him. He feeds Harper out wide. Harper's got the ball. He's going to dribble drive around. Back to Mulcahy. Mulcahy. He's going to try to go around Finney. Nothing doing. Finney bodies him up. He's got him out at 12. Trying to do that turnaround. He throws it up hard off the back rim, and he gets his own rebound on the tipped ball. Omariu dunks it. Second chance points suck. Here comes Finney back the other way. He hits Tamar over on the right wing. Tamar hands off back to Geronimo, back to Finney. Tamar cuts into the lane. He's going to shoot the floater. He's going to get stripped. Kopp for 3. Sunk it. Miller Kopp. We break the ice and get our first 3 of the game. 21-16. McConnell with a great swat there. What's up, Shelby Lynn? 21-16, 8:57 to go in the first half. Okay, he's pushing on Finney. Nothing doing. There's the pick. He's going to try to get around. He gets cut off. Picks up his dribble. Goes over into the corner. Kopp gets beat. And there's going to be a foul. It's probably going to go on Tamar Bates. And number 3 for Rutgers will get to go to the line. But, McConnell with a great block. Kopp he picks it up and just fires it. Did you have it on some kind of promotional package, Creek? First free throw is up. Hard off the back rim. No good. (21-16) right now. Kopp takes a seat on the bench. 8:44 to go in the first half. Tamar Bates, Michael Durr, Parker Stewart, Rob Finney, and Jordan Geronimo are on the floor. Second free throw is also no good. Geronimo clears. Here comes Finney the other way. Our starters are getting a rest except for Parker. Geronimo's got it out high. Feeds over to Michael Durr, who does have a pretty nice outside shot. Feeds Rob Finney off the pick. Finney's got the ball out high. He's looking to get it inside. He drives. He's going to get swiped at. Nothing doing. Gets it down to Durr on the block. Durr's got a size advantage. 7 on the shot clock. Throws it And it's going to get blocked, and it's going to go out of bounds, trying to draw the foul. 3 on the shot clock. We're going to have to do a catch and shoot here. Right, there you go, Creek. Whatever. And there's a missed shot on the inbound. Here comes Rutgers pushing the other way. McConnell feeds the corner. McConnell's got it out high. Rotates it around to Geo Baker, who's got Tamar Bates on him. Geo tries to dribble drive, nothing doing. Feeds over to McConnell. He's got it, going to drive on a Fennessy. Gets cut off. Fennessy with good defensive position. Baker's got it out high with 9 on the shot clock. He's probably going to pull up and shoot here. From 18, it's left. And what a nice rebound by McConnell. McConnell's a really solid player. He shoots over Fennessy and scores. Definite size advantage there. 21-18, 7:36 to go in the half. Nice pick out high. Fennessy's going to get all the way inside. Nothing doing. It's going to slow up, pull it back out to the wing. Looking to feed Durr on the block. Gets Geronimo out high. Geronimo hands back to Fennessy. He shoots the 3. Short off the front iron. No good. Indiana has not shot the 3 well, but they are in control of the game. There's a pick by Fennessy. He gets in there and blocks the pass and gets the steal. Fennessy's going to bring it back the other way. He's going to hit Tamar Bates in the corner. Bates hits Durr on the block. Bates has got it. He's going to drive inside again. He's going to put up the floater short off the front rim. Durr tips it. No good. McConnell clears. Here comes Rutgers back the other way. We look a little out of sorts on offense right now. Can't seem to get anything to fall. McConnell almost pulled up from deep. Gets it back over to Baker. Baker's going to reset the offense with 15 on the shot clock and 6:43 on the game clock. There's the pick by Omarudi out high. Baker's going to try to get around Tamar Bates. He does. He's going to get stuffed by Michael Durr, who controls the rebound, hands it back off to Fennessy. Here comes Indiana the other way. 6:30 to go in the half. Fennessy's going to go over to the side here, and I think we're going to take a timeout. I think Coach saw it going a little awry and decided to use his use it or lose it timeout right now. Caleb McConnell is a very good handsy ball player. He plays solid defense, does not make a lot of mistakes. Very good ball player. So we're off to the commercial break. Man, I tell you what, this has the makings of one of them hard-nosed games till the end. But you notice our starters are getting some good rest here in the first minute. They're getting ready to all come back in, close out the first half. Hopefully we can finish it on a run. Yeah, it's just, they're not playing, Joe, they're not playing great basketball right now because they're not making a lot of shots. But what they're doing is they're not, in effect, turning the ball over a lot, giving them easy baskets. Creek, I don't think every game is going to be like that Minnesota game, bro. If you were in here the other night, some were like, yeah. Some were like, this thing's over when it was up 27, and I'm like, I ain't never saying it's over. Nope. I've watched this team way too much. I know that, and then Minnesota just hit everything they threw up the last, 7 minutes of that game. Right after Fennessy took that bad 3 and Coach got in his butt. Yeah, there was I got cherry Coke today. I sent my son into the store and he got it for me, and I don't normally get them, so it's kind of nice to have. But we played way too well the first 12 minutes of the second half. We just dominated every aspect. And when a team's at home like that and you keep kicking them in the teeth, sooner or later they're going to hit a shot and get a little bit of momentum back. And you was hoping that they were just going to bury him right there. But they play well. They work their way back. Minnesota's a talented team that just doesn't have continuity yet. That Ben Johnson is a pretty good coach. I watched the way he works with those guys. and this team by the end of the season, they may knock somebody off in the Big Ten tournament. Well, I'll tell you what, Saturday, I don't know if I'll be around. I'm hoping so, but it's looking like I may not be. But, man, that is going to be – if we win today, I would love to see us go into Purdue and just play well. As long as we play well in Purdue. All right, Xavier's back on the court. He's got the ball out high. It looks like all the starters are back on the floor except for Trace and Kopp. Race Thompson's got it. He works his way down on the block. Back to Parker for three. Back off the back rim, no good. Omarui gets the rebound. Here comes Rutgers the other way. And there's the dribble drive, nothing doing. Looking for Harper in the corner. Harper's got Race Thompson in tow. Parker Stewart's on Geo Baker. No, that's Mulcahy. I'm sorry. I get them two mixed up. There's the pick. Mulcahy goes around. Nothing happening there. Ron Harper's got Michael Durr on him. He's going to drive. And there's going to be a foul probably on Durr. Rutgers hasn't fouled in a long time. Rutgers has played some pretty decent defense. I don't think I'm going to be home, Sam. Big Ten on a neutral court. Oh, what is that? It's definitely a different type of game. I would definitely prefer a team that we have mismatches with that we're better than. Minnesota's one that we mismatch against well, even though they can shoot the lights out. Harper's going to drive on Race. He feeds it back out to Baker for a deep three. Xavier Johnson had his hand in his face. Trace controls the rebound. Race went up against Amari and basically tipped it out. X has got the ball out high. He's going to shoot the three. And he buried it. X dribble messed up Baker pretty good and gets the three. Indiana extends to 6. Second three of the half. And, man, Xavier plays that tight defense. I love that. McConnell cuts and the ball tips off his fingers. He picks it up. He's got Parker Stewart on him. He's going to try to push him down, back him in. He's going to shoot the fadeaway. Parker got his hand in his face. He still made the shot. Good defense, better offense. Here comes Xavier across the timeline. Xavier's got the ball out high. They're content to let the clock run a little here. Start the offense. There's a pick. Parker comes off of it. Nothing doing. Feeds Race on the baseline. A bullet pass. It goes right through his hands. Race basically acknowledged that was on him. Parker hummed it in there with a very nice pass. Come on, man. Race has been glue, man. He's been good this year. He makes mistakes. Everybody does. 4-point lead. Mulcahy goes all the way to the basket. And it's turned over. Here comes X back the other way. He comes up, feeds over to the wing to Kopp for three. No good. Tipped around. Here comes Harper back the other way. Feeds Mulcahy. No, and he traveled. I don't know their subs, but whatever. Pull-ups to a win. Dude, I get excited when we watch these games, man. I feel like most of you guys, we're all just sitting here hanging out together. X is going to bring it across the timeline. We creep under 4 minutes with a 4-point lead. Very much a defensive game thus far. And Trace goes up, puts it up off the rim, missed it, gets his own rebound, scores. Trace Jackson Davis makes it a 6-point lead. 3:46 to go in the half. There comes Mulcahy. He's going to drive all the way to the basket. He gets cut off. And he's going to throw it up, and it's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds, and it will stay with Rutgers. We are going to go to the under 4 timeout. Pretty good defense. Ricardo Tavar, -2.5 at the half. Is that what you got? Yeah, no doubt. Hey, I missed one, but I'll get the O rebound and tip it back in. Welcome, Ricardo. Push-ups if they lose. Man, I'm a little soft these days. I don't know how many I can do. Yeah, I definitely felt like it's going to be that. These teams both play pretty high offensive efficiency, and they both work off their defense really well. From Dallas, Texas. Ricardo, my wife's from Dallas. Pull us. Man, I'm going to sit here, and I'm going to root really hard to get us one. Orange push-ups. Yeah, I saw, and I mean, we were talking about this earlier. I will, if the timing works out and I can be home, I will, but I can't promise it right now. I haven't even looked at the schedule. I know that they play on Saturday. Let's see. 2 p.m. Eastern, that's going to be tight. I won't put it on the schedule, but if I get here in time, I will start it up if I'm back close to home. Orange is my flavor, though, bro. I'm all about orange. If that was a 4 o'clock game, I know I can make it, Sam. But we'll see. I'm supposed to go on a trip Saturday morning. I don't think I can make it back. It's about 2 hours away. Got some stuff that I'm definitely working on, and most of it's channel related. A dreamsicle kind of guy. Listen, man, I like anything orange. I like orange soda. I like just about anything orange, first and foremost. Second of all, I like anything hot. I like hot sauces, hot tamales. I like cinnamon flavor. Anything that's going to make my mouth burn a little bit. That's my jam right there. Orange Bengals, bro. DeCourcy still has IU as the last 4 in. I think if they get to 10 Big Ten wins, they sneak up to be about a 10 seed, honestly. Win a couple games in the Big Ten tournament, maybe get an 8. Take my computer with me. I've thought about just using my phone. Harper's got it on the block. He loses it. Race Thompson with the steal. He's going to keep on going. Race is going to go the length. And I think he traveled, but they ain't going to call it. Well, with the Euro step, I think he traveled. We need to do a challenge together. Bro, I'm going to tell you, the Quaker Steak and Lube Eat Heat Challenge hurt. And that there was just so much of that sauce, and it was so hot. My face was numb. Race at the stripe, scores the free throw, extends the lead to 7. I'll do it, though. Man, I'll definitely do it. I may lose and I may look bad, but I'll do it. What up, Nathan? Nice to see you, my brother. Races at the stripe. Second free throw is also good. Indiana extends the 8-point lead. This last 3:30 is huge. What's up, Shinksy, brother? Nice to see you tonight. IU is up 8. 3:22 to go. Geo Baker sets the offense out high. Feeds Mulcahy. Mulcahy's got the switch with Xavier on him. Harper looks to shoot the 3. He's going to drive. Feeds off. What an alley-oop pass to Omoruyi, who dunks it. Very good hands right there. They need to go back and attack him. Trace has been not involved on the block here lately. He needs to get down there and get the ball. 28-22, over to Race on the right wing. He's trying to feed the post. Nothing doing. Good defense. Trace has got it at about 12-foot mark. McConnell comes out on him. He's backing down Omoruyi. Left hand. No good. Omoruyi controls. Here comes Rutgers. Down 6, 2:41 to go. Mulcahy comes across the timeline. He's got X on him. He's going to go around the pick, try to drive. Nothing happening. X cuts him off. Harper's got it out deep. He's going to dribble around to the right, feed McConnell. McConnell's on the right wing. He hits Baker also on the right wing. Baker dribbles back to the left. And he's going to try to feed Mulcahy on the right. 7 on the shot clock. Xavier's got him tied down right now. That's no call there. Xavier, a little bit of a flop there. I would definitely call him for that. Mulcahy missed the easy bunny from about 10 foot. 2:04 to go. Indiana's got a 6-point lead. X has got the ball out wide, and he throws a sloppy pass, and it gets tipped. Here comes Rutgers back the other way. Live ball turnovers. Don't let him score. Okay, he comes off the pick. He's got Kopp on him. McConnell for 3. Short off the rim. X controls. Slow it the heck down. Get up here and get a play set. Get the ball to Trace on the block. Let him miss. Let him go inside out. There comes the pick out high. X goes around. He's going to throw it up, and it's going to get swatted straight out of bounds. 16 on the shot clock for IU, and they still have the ball. I think it's good. Oh, God, I'm dying. Ron Harper's a stud. They've got a couple real studs on this team. Clifford Omaru. I hope I'm saying that. Or Omaruyi. If the season ended today, we would be playing in the second round. We'd be playing Michigan State. And I've done none of those. I do the one-chip challenge the last couple of years, Creek. Rutgers would be the 6th seed if it ended today, playing the winner of the Nebraska-Maryland game. Boy, Maryland's dangerous too. Six-point lead with 1:33 to go. We had it up to 8. A very low-scoring affair. A three-pointer here would be huge. Trace has got the ball on the inbound. He's going to go up. He's going to draw the foul. He's going to get either Harper or Omaruyi on the foul, and that is going to send Trace to the free throw line, which, whatever the case, it's always good to get a foul on them guys. Let's get to the Trace Jackson Davis with 13 points in the half. Pretty solid so far today. Free throw is up and good. I'm telling you what, I love Caleb McConnell on Rutgers. Second free throw is also good. 30-22, 1:30 to go. Stop and score in the half. Get a 10-point lead. Let's go. Parker's in on defense on okay. He feeds Baker. Baker's got X on him. He feeds it around. Nothing doing. What a half of defense by IU, all things considered. Harper drives, and he gets blocked by Miller Kopp. Here comes Race the other way. Hands off to X. X is going to push. Hits Kopp on the wing. Nothing doing for 3. Off the rim, no good. And they're going to call Trace for over the back. Don't know if that was a foul. Yeah. How's the death nut? Here comes McConnell across the timeline. We got 60 seconds to go. IU's up 8. No threes. McConnell feeds over to Geo Baker. Xavier Johnson's done a really good job on Geo. They get it down to Omaruyi on the block. And Trace Jackson's going to get called for another foul. Back-to-back fouls on Jackson Davis. Well, someone is saying, but I got to check. It can't be my job, and I got to get it if it's my wife. Mike Woodson on senior day, 21 points versus Ohio State. And let's see how that pushes out. So it looks like Omaruyi shoots the free throw. Bad off the backboard, no good. 43 seconds to go. IU's got an 8-point lead. Here comes the press again. Xavier's going to beat it easily. He's going to get across the timeline. 22 seconds on the shot clock. Xavier's going to hold it down until we're going to push here at under 10. Here he's going to start the offense. He feeds Parker on the right wing. Parker almost turns it over. Here comes X. He's pulling back. 4 on the shot clock. 3, 2. And there's a shot by Geronimo. Geronimo, clutch. Gives us a 10-point lead with 9 seconds. Here comes Baker the other way. No 3. Geronimo's on Baker. He's going to pull up for a deep 3, and he sunk it. And he sunk it right at the buzzer, cuts it back to 7. All I said was no 3, but you can't defend that. I don't think. Let's see. And Geronimo buries his. And let's see. That's as good a defense as he could really play right there. Maybe he could have been a little closer. I'll take it too. Look at it. Well, let's look at that for just a second. We give up 25 points in the first half. We only scored 32, but that's Big Ten basketball. You want to talk about, a conference where you're going to have to, you're going to have to play defense to win. Big Ten is where it's at for sure. Yes, Creek, dude. Geo Baker and Ron Harper Jr., even Caleb McConnell and Mulcahy. Problem is, JB, what's been happening here lately is most of the points we're giving up is in the last 10 minutes of the second half. It's been a trend. And I'm one of those people that I follow trends. Rutgers has beat us up the last couple of years pretty handily. We don't have wins over Rutgers. Rutgers has constantly beat us. These guys that are on the floor today have constantly beat us. They feel like they can win. That makes them dangerous. They know they've beat us. They feel like they can beat us. And they're going to try to beat us with everything they got. But look at their scoring in this half. If you go right down the line here, Omaruyi, 6 points. Geo Baker, 6 points. Ron Harper Jr., 5 points. Caleb McConnell, 6 points. Dean Reber, which I think he might be the other big kid. If we can win by a point, that's a win. Yeah, and that's what I said about the other night. I don't care what the final score is. I don't care if we win by 25 or 5, as long as we win the game. But you even going on down here, I mean, their 4 guys scored. Everybody's got a few fouls. I can't believe they only had 5 team fouls in that first half. I do not like this. Yeah, and that's the thing, JB. They stopped doing it. They do it. It's the same thing every week. We start the game with a game plan. We feed our bigs down low. We start drawing fouls and getting baskets there, and then we go away from it. I don't know if it's the way that we're being defended after we start doing something, them trying to take something away from us. Is their defense that good? It's pretty decent. I mean, you saw the Rutgers-Iowa game earlier this year, 48-46. Rutgers doesn't foul a lot. So you've got to keep pushing down in there. Yeah, that's it. I mean, you look for something that you can improve upon after halftime, JB. Well, that's it, right? You got it. I mean, Trace is doing well, but they're not fouling him. Trace can dominate this game. Trace can have 40 points in this game. There is no way that, they can't foul him they can't stop him without fouling him. But here's the thing. Rutgers doesn't take bad shots. They're shooting 47% from the field. Rutgers takes good 3-point rhythm shots. 3 for 6, 50% from the 3-point land. They have not made a free throw. Somebody's shooting worse than us. Yeah, I kind of agree with that, JB. I still think Woodson is still trying to coach like it's an NBA team. He has not figured out the nuances of college basketball yet, and I think that will come over time. there's a lot of good qualities about what he does when he coaches, but I absolutely loved Tom Crean for a hot minute. I really felt like recruiting was really hard for Indiana then. After the Oladipo and that group went out, and then Archie Miller, I just don't feel like we had the quality of player that we were used to having at IU. Even Romeo Langford was not that great. Oh yeah, I know what you meant. Yeah, Crean would stick with a game plan until the bitter end, and that's just it. Sometimes you got to change it up. I mean, you really do. It's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. He's doing one of the things that Coach Knight would have done. He sticks to this. He sticks to this man pressure and doesn't ever swap out for any kind of zone or any kind of tricky defense. He lets them stick with what they know, and that's okay. Xavier Johnson, here's the thing when it didn't happen in that first half. Trace went 6 for 8 from the floor, 3 for 4 from the free throw line, 15 points. Couldn't ask for a better half. 7 rebounds, 15 and 7 in the first half. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. I think he just hasn't learned. But Thad Matta, I haven't seen Thad Matta's influence on this team yet. And he's the basketball operations guy. Dane Fife seems to be kind of non-existent. Kenya Hunter, you see him kind of involved a lot. I'm more concerned with how the assistants are working. I wish I knew what their role really was in team building here, because I love Dane Fife. He got to sit back under Izzo for all them years. That's quality learn time there. I really want to see what he's got. But you know what? They play NBA style basketball. Try to play positionless basketball. That's why you see the bigs out on the top of the key all the time. If Trace had a little bit more athleticism and ball handling skills, I think he would. Yeah. Well, see, that's just it. That's why they gave him that's why he's the director of basketball operations or whatever. He's supposed to be there on a consulting form. That's what he's supposed to be doing. He's supposed to be evolving Mike Woodson's college coaching. That's what Dane Fife is doing, honing in on the defense, kind of working on the college game. I think the defense has a lot of Dane Fife in it. Stretch pregame coordinator. I think the defensive game really has a lot of Dane Fife. It looks like his style, the way they play defense. I would go that wholeheartedly. But if Trace could shoot just a little bit more outside, that really makes the potential of this team kind of limitless. If Trace could get an outside shot, because then you got to guard him everywhere. That's the development that everybody's been waiting for this year. No, dude, you're good. Man, I get pissy every day, man. It just happens. Work gets me, but I come in here, and even though these basketball games make me upset a little bit, it's a lot of fun. And you're good, bro. That's exactly what I thought when they hired him. That was one of my first videos in here that I sit and kind of edit it out and kind of, put a little bit on. And I haven't watched it in a long time, but Dane Fife coming back to Indiana was so big in my eyes. It's rebuilding tradition. Dane Fife, Mike Woodson, that's tradition. Thad Matta being basketball operations guy. He is a very good basketball mind. He was awesome at Ohio State. How did Andy Katz end up on the Big Ten Network? I thought he was more nationwide than the Big Ten Network. I really felt that way. What's up, Chad? I agree with that. That's what I really figured. Joe, I'm going to tell you, brother, our channel has been weirdly, strangely, highly successful. But it's different than a lot of the other channels because, Alex and I feel like we're building. I feel like we're building to stay small in a way. We're making acquaintances on here. We're learning other people's personalities, and we're broadcasting. Just like we're hanging out on the couch, man. And that's we wanted it to feel that way. We realize that someday it may not be that way, but that's the way that we want it. And that's the reason why the core people that we talk to every week, that we just, there's a lot of guys that come in here that I feel super knowledgeable and know the games, especially with the football as well. And it's so much fun just to have people that are similar, like-minded. We try to keep it really clean in here. We don't want no BS involved. And it's just we try to make a good environment. You guys are all a blast. JB, Creek, Chad, you guys are in here quite a bit. Joe, I know I've seen you in here before. It's just fun. Dude, I'm going to tell you, Nathan, MLB is making me mad because I'm a big time Cincinnati Reds fan. And you want to talk about an organization that can just drive me nuts. I almost said it. The ownership in Cincinnati, the owners during this lockout and the players union, I think everything is just riddled with greed. I felt like the owners made a very decent offer to increase the minimum salary of all of players to that. Basically it was 23%. 70% of the guys were going to get a 23% raise. Oh my God. You don't even know. I hate David Bell. Oh my God, bring back Marge. You know what? Take away Marge's blatant, non-intentional racism. I'm not going to say that, take that part away from her, because of some of the comments that she made that she was just used to making her whole life that was just completely blown out of proportion. Marge Schott loved it. She loved her players. I love what they had going on there. But it's just god awful. And, I love the fact that it was so much fun, watching those games. You're right, Creek. She loved that team. She bled Cincinnati Reds. She loved, but you know what her comments were, today, her comments would have had her not be an owner. I'm not a Cubs fan at all. No way. Alex is in the house. Had to work some OT. What about Wentz, Creek? Did something happen this afternoon that I don't know about? I heard Frank Reich basically, he got an extension. Gee, many Christmas. Well, I heard Frank Reich today in an interview basically said that we can't blame him for all of these team shortcomings like everybody wants to do. I cannot believe they extended him. Hey, that's one more year of mediocrity in Indianapolis because I don't think he's going to rebound. I think you saw the best that he could be this year. Now, granted, he had decent numbers, but his clutch numbers sucked. Reds will be a top team sometime. But see, here's the thing. What they do is they don't pay. They don't pay. And guys like Jesse Winker and Nick Castellanos this last year, are pretty much let to walk away when they had a really good nucleus. The Reds make me mad, but this lockout it's going to extend even further because they're nowhere close on. They haven't even gotten to the on-field issues. They can't even get to an agreement on the finances. The players, if they, and here's the thing, if they cut the arbitration years out, and for the young guys on the contracts, small market teams might as well forget it. These guys are, they're just not going to be able to pay him. Developing young talent and just developing young talent is what, and then making sure you use their arbitration years. Wentz to the Bengals for a 10th. I hope you were trolling us about that extension, because I think that is a bad mistake. That's good, because if they extended Wentz, I would lose it. I'm not a Colts fan, but I definitely hate Wentz. I just feel like Wentz is one of those guys that can take you so far. Reminded me of a lot of Andy Dalton. Javi Baez, they got, and here's the other thing. Cincinnati let Tucker Barnhart go, right? They let him go. They could have had both. All they would have had to do to pay him this year was $8 million. They could have had him and Stevenson catching for just over $9 million and had two really good catchers, and they let him go. I don't understand that at all, to try to save a little bit of money. Oh, let's get over here really fast. Think we'll get Rodgers? I don't think Green Bay, everybody in the NFL is really learning how much value is in the quarterback position. Rodgers is probably going to stay unless he retires. Who knows? But he doesn't want to retire the same year as Brady. So if Brady comes out of retirement, Rodgers may retire. Dennis, what up? Trace has got the ball on the block. There's the double team tipped out. And gosh dang it, Xavier, quit trying to flip pass over the top. Geo Baker drives into the lane, throws it back out to Omoruyi. He's going to drive. Oh, and they're going to get Trace with the foul. Rodgers is a drama queen. But if Brady retired this year, Rodgers won't, because he doesn't want to have to go into the class the same time. Doesn't want to go into the Hall of Fame the same time. He doesn't want to be upstaged. First free throw is up, and Omoruyi finally makes one from the stripe and gives Rutgers their first free throw of the day. Clifford Omoruyi. Second free throw is up and is no good. Parker Stewart controls the rebound. Don't say that very often. Here comes X. They got a little bit of press on. He gets across the timeline. 32-26, 19-24 to go. X is going to feed it into the middle. He hits Race Thompson. Race back to X. Looking to get the ball. He's going to drive all the way to the basket. Throws it up to Trace. Trace goes up for the dunk. Supposed to be an alley-oop. Trace couldn't get it. Brought it down. Went back up and slammed it home. 34-26, 19:03 to go. Okay, he comes across the timeline. Feeds Harper. Harper feeds Omoruyi. And here comes Mulcahy. There's a three by Baker. Hard off the back rim. No good. Harper controls and gets the layup. Harper works hard for the rebound. Scores it for Rutgers. 34-28. 18:38 to go. X is going to set the offense out high. Here, you got to feed the block. Got to get down inside here. Get them guys sitting down really quick. Can't afford the fouls. Got to draw fouls. Hits the corner to Parker. Parker's going to go around Baker. He gets cut off. Feeds Trace on the block. Trace gets inside. He's going to draw the foul. Instead of letting him dunk it, he just fouls him. If they can keep feeding Trace on the block and get that big man out of the game, they can just dominate this whole half. He doesn't have the ability to cover him, so he can only foul him. Copp's got it, feeds Trace on the block. They're going to back him down. There comes the double team finally. He's going to feed it back out. No shot there. And then Baker takes it away from Parker Stewart. Here comes Rutgers the other way. Harper's wide open. Lucky that didn't go down in transition. Kopp with the rebound, clears to X. X comes across the timeline. Had Trace for a moment. Kopp for three. No. Is that Parker? Parker Stewart finally makes the three. Extends us to a 9-point lead. 17:42 to go. Okay, he comes across the timeline. He's working on Parker. There's the pick. Goes off around him. Throws it up. No good. And it's going to be off of Omaroyi's hands. They're going to give it to Indiana. Nope. They're going to say it's off Race Thompson. The other official stepped in. Trace lost it off his fingertips. All right. 17:28 to go. Okay, he's trying to get the ball into Baker. He hits him on the wing. Baker's going to drive, goes all the way to the basket, gets stripped. They're going to hit Miller Kopp with the foul. Baker just ran right around him. I would love to have Geo Baker and McConnell on my team. Baker's at the line for two. First one is up and good. JB Alex just got off work. She had to work late. Oh, I got a comment about that too, Craig. Hold on just a minute. Right on, Evan. I agree wholeheartedly. Finishing games is what they're bad at. They don't finish well. Baker makes both free throws. Here comes, they got the press set up again. It's like a 2-2-1. Xavier drives all the way around it. McConnell's going to pick up the foul. Back to that. Nebraska is a lot like Minnesota. Nebraska has a ton of talent and a really good coach. They just haven't learned to play together yet. But I really like Fred Hoiberg. Gets it over to Kopp on the wing. Looks like they're in some kind of a zone here. Kind of like a matchup. Xavier's going to go all the way to the basket. He's going to get blocked. Trace loses the rebound. Here comes Harper. Feeds the wing. Geo Baker gets back. Harper's wide open for three. Sunk it. You can't have live ball turnovers. Cannot. There you go. Get it inside. Race has got it at the free throw line back to X. Our guards should be passing the ball to the big man. There you go. Race has got the ball inside. He's got Mulcahy. There comes McConnell and steals it. Race steals it right back. That's going to be an over and back. And Woodson's arguing with the official. They're going to make it an over and back, which I think is the right call. Let's see. Good call. He should not have threw the ball back that far like that. That's a recipe for a disaster. Yeah, right now we don't have a clue, Sam. I know it says Race is a redshirt senior. These guys are handsy. These are some really handsy defensive play today. Okay, Gio's got it out high. They're only down 4. Basket here makes it a game. Harper for 3. Sunk it. Withstand this run, y'all. Nobody comes back to get the ball. X makes Kopp run up and he throws it across out. Here we go against the zone. They're set up. They're stopping that. They're going to play this defense. Trace has got the ball at the free throw line. He's going to dribble drive in. He's going to get stripped. So what they're doing, okay, there's the fast break. No good. And there's the layup. Rutgers has got their first lead in a long time. I don't even know if they were ever in the lead. Here comes the timeout. So what Rutgers is doing is Rutgers is going into a matchup zone where they're going to let Trace flash to the middle or come up not on the block and get the ball. And then what they're going to do is that as he starts to, when he puts the ball on the floor, since he has to dribble to get to the basket, they're not double teaming him immediately. They're collapsing when he starts his dribble. So what they're doing is anybody that gets the ball, they're not letting them have it on the immediate post. When they take a dribble, then they're collapsing and causing steals. So what you got to do there is that you've got to either immediately pass it, or you got to work a different way. That's where your guys are going to have to shoot from the outside. But it's a really smart plan by Peichel to play this kind of matchup zone where the defense collapses on the big guys because they're waiting for them to put it on the floor. They're taking the ball away. Yeah, I can't remember. They did have the lead in the beginning. It was like 5-1 or something. Now, see, yeah, you're going to have to change. At this point, you're going to have to still flash to the post, but you're not going to dribble on the post. You've got to either turn and shoot it, or you've got to pass it back out. But that's the thing, they're not used to seeing a lot of zone. A lot of teams don't play zone. I remember a few years ago going into playing Syracuse, and they just basically handed IU, and I can't remember what year it was, but they play that 2-3 zone like nobody's business in the NCAA tournament. But yeah, back to Nebraska comment. Nebraska has got a very talented roster. They've got a very good coach. The thing of it is that they can't keep anybody there long enough. They're using the transfer portal to build, but they can't keep anybody there long enough. Either their head cases, their disciplinary problems, and I think as soon as Fred Hoiberg actually gets some recruiting and something really based as a base for what his team is, I think they're going to be really eventually they'll be a force in the conference. But he's trying to build quality rosters right now through the transfer portal, and everybody's not hanging out. And it's right now it's kind of a disaster. Yeah, no doubt, Vance. Usually we come out hot in the beginning of the second half. I'm hoping this translates a little better. And I really hope we use our bench down the stretch because you need the under. I think you might get the under today. I have, let me see, what do I have it at? I have the under at 130.5, Jack. Is that what it is? He was the Bulls coach. Also, he coached at Iowa State. Okay, Fennessy's in the ball game, and let's see who else. Fennessy comes in for Parker. There we go. We get Race on the block, and there you go. Race gets the ball on the block. He goes up immediately and shoots it. I think Coach heard me. I think he heard me. Don't put the damn ball on the floor. Go straight up with it or pass it back. Indiana goes back up on top, 39-38. Geo Baker's got the ball out high. He's trying to get around X. He's going to drive him. Harper's wide open out there. Races cuts him off immediately. Harper takes the deep three, short off the front rim. Here comes X. X gets the board. He's going to come up the floor. He's going to get into the middle. Looks, shoots a 12-footer, short off the rim. Here comes Rutgers back the other way. Xavier just steals it from the big guy. Going to go all the way up, and he puts it up, and he gets the basket and the foul. Xavier Johnson uses player control, draws the foul, and hits the 12-footer. Okay, he looks in disbelief, but I think it's a pretty solid call. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Xavier Johnson, that's who needs to have a half. That's, who didn't play well in the first half. We didn't really talk about that. As well as he's played the last 2 games, did not play a great first half. Only had 3 points. He had 3 turnovers and 2 assists in the first half. Nah. I don't know that Rutgers can score that many. JB. I need to see something here. Thank baby Jesus. That's it. I really don't like Harper shooting in transition. As long as you don't let him catch and shoot, he can dribble around and shoot. Baker can shoot off the pass. I really just want good defense out there on that line. You're losing it. Hey, you know what? If basketball wasn't this way, if these games didn't make us absolutely nuts, watching 18 to 22-year-olds on the court, it wouldn't be fun. So this makes it fun. I got anxiety right now. I'm all tensed up. I'm burning energy as we watch the game, but that's just the way it is. These games, getting these kids to come together and play a complete game is hard. It's really just a difficult task. And you know what? I still ain't figured out who the troublemaker is on the team. One of these guys on this team is a troublemaker and really affects the rest of them, and I don't know which one it is. Texas A&M is up on Alabama today. That's 53-50 in the second half. Xavier makes his free throw, extends the lead back to 4. Here comes Geo Baker across. He's dribbling up on Xavier. He's going to go around the pick. Xavier cuts him back off. They're going to run the offense. Hits Mulcahy out high, who's got Fennessy on him. Gets around, and Fennessy almost gets the steal. Feeds Harper. Harper's going to dribble drive on Race. Nothing doing. Here he comes into the lane. Flips it up. No good. And it's on the ground. And, oh, my God. Baker gets it back to Harper. There's a second chance right now for Rutgers. Harper's got it out high. Trace is on him. They get the swap. Fennessy's now on Harper. Xavier's on Mulcahy. Geo Baker's got Miller Kopp on him. That's kind of a mismatch. They get the swap. Kopp's now on Omaruyi. Baker dribble, shoots, ugly shot, and another offensive board because of an ugly shot, long rebound. Baker drives, throws it out. He traveled. He shuffled his feet. And Indiana gets the dead ball turnover. There's definitely some hope because they've played some outstanding halves of basketball this year. Really. Realistically, I think outside of the Big Ten, they got a very competitive team. We'll talk about it a little bit here in a minute. I watch a lot of what's out there right now, and then the offensive rebounds hurt. Fennessy's got it out high, feeds Kopp. Kopp gets his pass tipped out of bounds. They've got 8 on the shot clock here. Everybody's kind of looking around right now to Woodson. This is a create time. X has got it 6, 5, 4. He's going to step back on the 3-point line, short off the front rim. Trace almost gets the rebound. Here comes McConnell the other way. Hands off to Mulcahy. Mulcahy's going to drive. Tries to get in the lane. There's a steal by Xavier all the way the other way. And boom, a little bit of their own medicine. As they dribble into the lane, converge on the ball while they're dribbling and take it away and dunk it. X has got him back up by 6. Maybe he will wake up here a little bit now in the second half. Mulcahy and Finney are out high. There's the pick. Nothing doing. And Finney's going to get called for the block. He fell down as he went through the pick, and then he kind of run into Mulcahy. But Xavier Johnson did exactly what Rutgers was doing to us in the lane. Is Coke giving you anxiety? Heck no. Indiana's giving me anxiety. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Harper's got it. He's going to drive all the way in. He gets cut off by Durr. Out to Mulcahy, who hasn't shot much today. No good. Got a hand up. Here comes Finney back the other way. 12:37 to go. IU is up 6. Let's see if we can get an extension here. Now, I'll notice that they come out of that zone now with Trace out of the game, and they're playing regular man. Finney's got Baker on him. X goes around the pick. X has got McConnell. He's got Harper on him now. Durr is on the block. X goes all the way to the basket, throws it up, no good. And Omarui controls the rebound. Here comes Mulcahy. Mulcahy is looking to push. He's got the ball on the left wing. He's got X on his hip. He's dribble driving in. He's trying to get it moved, puts it up, and scores it. Spin move by Mulcahy. Gets around Xavier. Probably the best move he's had all day. Cuts it back to 4. We are under 12. 44-40. I have a feeling this is going to be low. This game's going to be in the 50s. Here he goes. Gets it down on the block. Race Thompson against Ron Harper. Race spins, goes around. Nothing doing. Feeds it back out. X for 3. Buried it. Xavier Johnson. (47-40). Here comes Mulcahy across the timeline. Race didn't panic. Mulcahy loses it almost out of bounds. Here comes Baker. Baker's got it. McConnell for 3. No good. They're going to call Race Thompson with the foul, or it's going to be out of bounds. And we go to timeout. (47-40). Telling you, yeah, this is looking like it's going to be a. Can I get an amen? You know, look at the job Race did there. Race got under the basket. He didn't have anything happening. He did not panic, and he found the outlet and got the shot. IU is probably a lot better of a three-point shooting team when we go inside out. I say it a lot. I repeat myself a lot, and I apologize for those of you that listen to it a lot. But it's the way we best play basketball. We shoot better going towards the basket. We shoot better from inside out. Yeah, I know. But, running the ball around the horn, rotating it is just – it doesn't really work well for us. We've only got a couple guys that can shoot like that. Yeah, Loki was throwing a fit. The boy had to take him out. He was pretty ticked at me, I think, at this point. Yeah, you know what? You gotta love the anxiety that college basketball makes you feel. You gotta love, the passion that you feel towards your team, right? College basketball, it feels like home. It feels like family. The NBA feels like a money grab, and it's really hard to get behind the NBA because, we don't have Michael Jordan anymore. We don't have Reggie Miller that are out there winning because they want to win, winning because of love of the game. The winners that we have today, like LeBron James, they're just and James Harden, Kevin Durant, they're all about the money. Jordan was about competition, and that's why at the end of the day, he's still my favorite player ever. He's probably the best player that the NBA has ever seen, only because of his competitive nature. I love the level of intensity that he approached the game with. You just don't see that in college basketball anymore, or I mean in the NBA anymore. You see it in college, and that's what we get behind. Yeah, they're showing that play. Kopp broke to the baseline. Geo Baker should have been the one covering there, and he broke the wrong way, and Xavier was wide open. Xavier went to get the basketball. Dude, Creek, I said it before, used to go into Madison Square Garden and watching Reggie shoot threes and Jordan just dunk against Mark Jackson. I can make that argument every day. There's the inside play by Omoruyi, no good. Race Thompson goes over top the other big man to get the rebound. IU's got a chance to extend here. Rutgers has made a run. We have answered that run with one of our own, and we are playing some decent basketball. Fennessy comes off the pick, gets the ball, hits Race in the corner, nothing doing. Gets it to Durr on the block. Durr's got the mismatch with McConnell. Down on the block to Race. Race goes up, gets blocked, and he's going to draw the foul. And I think it's going to go on Harper, but Race is going to get free throws. I agree with that, Creek, so much. Everybody just loves being buddy-buddy. Let's go out here and just rape the community for money. We'll play the last 7 minutes of a game and see who wins. I love Larry Bird. Larry Bird was the same type of player. Race Thompson, that was the ugliest free throw I ever saw. Caleb McConnell has got to go out of the game with 4 fouls. That is big time because that's their best defender on ball. And the second one is no good. He missed both. Here we come across the timeline. Geo Baker's got the ball. Parker Stewart on Mulcahy. They feed it across the way. There's a pass inside to Baker. He goes around Parker. And Parker Stewart's going to foul him on the ground. And that will be Indiana's, looks like their 4th team foul. I love watching Parrish and Larry Bird. Larry Bird had the most unorthodox shot that I've ever seen in my life, but he made everything. What's up, Miss Amethyst? How is Shawnee tonight? Glad to see you stopping by. Oh, there you go. Catch and shoot for Harper. Cuts it back to 4. Man up. And then there you go. Trace comes right back off the bench because Miller Kopp's busted. Race for 3. Sunk it. Race Thompson stepped into the 3. Buried it. That was all on Miller Kopp. Baker's got it out wide. He's going to try to get around Fennessy. Fennessy cuts him off. He's going to dribble drive. Feeds Omoruyi, who shoots it up. No good. And there's an air ball, ends up in a layup just because of luck. 45-50, 9:22 to go in the half, or the game. Fennessy's got the ball out high. I'm getting uncomfortable and uneasy. I keep moving around. Fennessy and Race are playing peekaboo out high. Oh, there's the pass to Rob Fennessy, who lays it up and in. What a nice pass by Michael Durr on the give and go. Fennessy extends it back to 52-45. Mulcahy's got the ball out high. He goes around Parker. No help comes. No good. Oh, Mulcahy gets the roll on the shot. Friendly bounce. We don't need him to get hot. 47-52, 5-point lead. We're trying to get under. Miller Kopp's got the ball out high. He's been real quiet this second half. Fennessy's got it. Kopp comes off the screen. He's going to shoot. Nope. He's going to drive. Puts it up from 12. Airballed it. Michael Durr controls the rebound and lays it up. No good. Omarudi does not foul there. Michael Durr just missed the layup. It was a reverse layup. Big men don't do that well. Oh, God. Harper's wide open. He missed it. Kopp controls the rebound. I love watching Worthy and Green and Johnson, too. Man, I love the old time NBA. 8:01 to go in the game, Alex. 8:01. Fennessy's got the ball out high. He's got Baker on him. Parker comes off the screen. Hits him for the three. Oh, that should have been down. Parker had a good look. Pretty decent shot, but we're not feeding the post no more. Harper dribble, loses it. Where's the ball? It's on the floor. Fennessy's down there with it. It's going to be a jump ball. And there's a little bit, and then Fennessy and Harper start to scrum a little bit. And you know what? That's what you're supposed to do right there. You're supposed to grab your guy and get him off. Fennessy got down going after the ball. You just got to play basketball, man. You know, testosterone, emotion, you know, being physical. It gets guys riled up. You can't lose your composure. JB, I have no freaking clue. But see, the thing of it is that, look, Parker Stewart's knock, right? It was his defense. It's always been his defense. Miller Kopp is he doesn't necessarily hurt you, but he doesn't necessarily help you. Go back and watch his games at Northwestern. You know, most of his stuff was just him moving without the ball and inside out passes. He has got, I just don't know what it is. I don't know what it is why he doesn't succeed. He's got the tools, he's got the shot, is it passion? I don't flipping know. Xavier's got edge. And you know what? You need edge, but sometimes Xavier's edge goes a little too far. But when he plays composed with edge, you know, like hard, you know, like competitive, like Jordan type of competitive, he gets in that mode and he doesn't let other stuff around him bother him, and that's when he's dangerous. He's got next level skills, except for he doesn't have. Somebody needed to work with him on his jump shot and never did. Yeah, you know what? That's the kind of guy you want on the floor, right? You want a guy out there that's playing hard, that's going to lead the team. That's why the point guard position in college basketball is where it's at. You know, think about that. You know, if you've got a solid point guard, look at when we had Yogi Ferrell. We played well 4 years in a row with Yogi Ferrell. Yogi Ferrell was a quality point guard. Now, we may not have had the best around him every year, but Yogi Ferrell could run a team. He had played with enthusiasm and ambition, and he got out there and he tried to win games. That's what we need at point guard. That's what we thought Rob Fennessy was going to be. And Rob just never quite materialized, you know. He never quite got over that hump to be that kind of guy. He's got the defense. He plays good D. He just never got that kill instinct. We don't have – our only kill instinct guy on the floor right now is Xavier. Everybody else is more like role players, honestly. Trace can dominate, but, you know, Trace doesn't really – Trace can just score a lot. He doesn't really dominate, I should say. We need a couple of guys with that kill instinct. Miller Kopp and Parker Stewart just don't have it. Jordan Geronimo has the high energy that can bring that, but he doesn't play enough. And look, here we are in the second half, and we have not played very many subs. Our guys have been out there most of the half. Okay, he gets it in. Omari misses, and that's going to be us. Yeah. He tipped it out of bounds. Ray Thompson effectively playing good defense there, keeping his hands up. A basket right here. Tell me how big a three-pointer or a basket right here to extend would be. Here comes Finney. They got Finney and X on the floor at the same time. X is going to bring the ball across the timeline. Trace Jackson Davis hasn't scored. Why is he not getting the ball? Option number one, not getting the basketball. Parker's got it on the left wing. He's going to pull up and shoot it. And that was a bad shot late in the shot clock because we never got the ball. Here's where we start losing basketball games. Our offense is discombobulated. We're not hitting our players. Here's where you win games with defense. You get the turnover and get a fast break basket. Okay, he over to Harper. Harper wanted to shoot. He drives and hits Omoruyi. He gets the dunk. Harper breaks into the lane, gets a dunk. Thank you, Vance. I agree. Jordan Geronimo. Woodson, get him in there. Why are we not getting the ball on the block? Race has got it at the free throw line. There comes the double team. Parker for three. No good. Can't keep shooting three-pointers if they're not going in. Here comes Mulcahy. Driving on Finney. Backing him in. Where's the help? And there's the foul because he gets him off his feet and he's going to go to the free throw line. Here's that example. Everybody standing around. I love Yogi, dude. Yogi Ferrell bounced around the NBA and played just well enough to keep getting paid. 3-point lead is going to be cut to 2. 6 minutes to go. Looks like Finney's going to go out. It looks like Kopp's going to come back in. And they're going to have a little meeting there. Here comes McConnell. They've done very well with McConnell on the bench. 6 minutes to the I think and hard off the back rim. Parker Stewart with the rebound. Parker Stewart hands it off. Here comes, man, I'll tell you what, Xavier's got to get across the timeline. He does. Gets it across. And I think there's a timeout being called or a foul. What is it? Hop inbounds it. Parker's going to bring it across the timeline. They're back playing this matchup zone thing again. Parker to Race. Race gets blocked. Race doesn't go after the ball. It's on the floor. Here comes Rutgers with a chance to take the lead. We are out of sorts completely. There he goes. Baker goes all the way to the basket and scores it. Time to freak out. Tie ball game. Rutgers takes a time out there to get McConnell back on the floor. So, tell me that I dare anybody to tell me that it doesn't look like our defense is just standing around. And if things aren't, look at that. Race didn't even go after the basketball. The guys are gassed. They've played the whole dang half. Omoruyi blocks the shot on the layup attempt. Good offense. Then Gio goes by 2 guys. Gets around 2. How about Anthony Leal for Parker Stewart? Amen, Vance. Chad, I need a drink too. We're pissing this game away right now, right before our eyes. 52-52. We don't have the stamina to carry the last 5:29. I don't know, JB. Probably because he would never see this channel, never hear my words, and I'm not, and I'm nobody. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I'll take a drink, Sam. All right, here comes Xavier. Now watch. Is Xavier going to dribble across the timeline or is he going to give the ball? No, he's going to make it. They're using that press just to burn energy and a little bit of our shot clock. Xavier hits Geronimo in the paint. Geronimo from 12. Sunk it. Jordan Geronimo. 54-52, 5 minutes to go. What do you know? A sub with energy. Oh, my God. Race Thompson gets to take a seat for a minute or two. Give me another one. There's the pick out high. Here goes Baker. Baker goes to the basket. Throws it up. No good. What defense there? Indiana's basketball on the tip ball out of bounds. 4:43 to go. Here comes Xavier with the ball. And Parker needs to get across the timeline so that press will back off. They're in this 2-3 zone look. So what you got to do is you got to get it in, then get it back out. He's going to dribble into the zone, and there's going to be a foul on McConnell. Nope. Oh, it's on Harper. Matthew, I would say they have to win. They have to win on Saturday at Purdue to make the tournament if they lose today. And that's not a probable bet. It's probably about a 15% chance they win that game. There's the inbound. Trace has got the ball down low on Omri. He's beat him all day. Dribbles in, no double team. Trace puts the baby hook up, and it rims out. Geronimo with the glass, and there's got to be a foul there on Harper. Geronimo affecting the game. Substitute. Guy with energy. You know, he makes mistakes. He's a young player. But you got to let him play because he's got energy. He's got stamina. He's got go. There, he saved that possession. Let's see if this turns into 2 points because of effort. Parker gets the inbound. It's going to dribble around. There's the pick. Looking, gets it to Trace on the block, and that's going to be a turnover. IU with a 2-point lead and 4 minutes to go. They're looking to get to the under 4 timeout. Here's what they're trying to do. Everybody looks gassed except for Geronimo. Geronimo's on Harper. I guarantee you there's no easy shot there. Okay, he drives on Parker, throws it up. Omri, he's going to get fouled on the floor. So here's what they're doing. They're getting around our defense, and they're doing exactly what you're supposed to do during help defense. They're getting around. They're putting up a shot fake, and then they're making a pass to the guy that's open that's cutting to the basket. It's basics. But, you know, the guys are gassed out here. This under 4 timeout, if we don't come back if they don't come back out of this timeout with a little bit of motivation and get a little bit of a lead here, if they let them score on this possession, anything other than a couple of free throws, I think we're done. But you gotta feed the inside out. At this point, you know, you gotta get the ball to Trace on the block, and if he can't score it, somebody's gotta hit a 3-pointer. Oh my God. This game is going to end up right about 60, and that we knew it was going to end up there. Rutgers is so – yeah, I know. So, you know, looking out, what I see is that I don't see that Trace has done anything this half. They've completely took him out of the game. Rutgers is playing an outstanding defense in this half. The adjustments that they made, I can't tell, JB. I got the volume down. I can't hear it. The adjustments that they made at halftime to effectively take Trace out of the game has worked. The matchup zone. Yeah, you know what? I ought to take my blood pressure. I ought to get my blood pressure meter in here and get it going and see what's up with that. It's got to be high, right? Also, got 48 in the house right now. If you got a second, hey, Haley, what's up? Nice to see you. If you guys wouldn't mind, smash that like. Trying to push over 30 likes in here on these game days. It's super huge for being shared out. Helps us in the algorithm. We love it. 23 right now, and I do appreciate those. I'm going to stay positive. I just think that, I'll find a way to cheer till the bitter end. But I feel like our second half strategy needs to change. I mean, these two teams are really close. I use net is so much higher than Rutgers, but Rutgers, they're a solid team. We haven't made any shots this half. Xavier played good for a minute there. Defense has been outstanding for both teams. All right, here we go. There's the inbound. Looking to find somebody. He gets it to Harper. Harper feeds it out. Oh, no. Baker flips it out. McConnell, there's the help. He flips it up and scores it. Got a little behind on defense there because Geronimo fell down. You don't have to beat everybody up, Sam. I just hit it up there real fast. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate you. Parker's got it out high. He's going to try to dribble on McConnell. That's not the guy he wants to dribble against. Nothing doing inside. They finally get it to Trace with 9. Trace throws it back, and oh, my God. Parker dropped the ball. Xavier puts up the shot. Ball fake, buries it. That's only 2 for Xavier, but that gets us under 3 minutes here with a 2-point lead. Now you got to play some defense. Got to stop the ball. They're going to get Mulcahy with the foul. He hooked Xavier Johnson. Xavier was trying to get loose. Let's see what... I can't tell who was holding who there. God. But that's tough. I don't like where this is going. $500 calories, bro. Let's see. Well, there's 270 that I ingested here. I haven't had any candy today. Well, I think that... So on this call, it looks like he's trying to get around a pick that's not set. So I think it's a double foul. They did not call the hook and hold. Vance agreed. Right here is the play. You've got to get something. Look, this is where you're at. You're in the 3 minutes to go. You've got to work your stars into this game. Parker Stewart does not need to be handling the ball. Race Thompson does not need to be handling the ball. You need to get it into your big guy right there. Now move. Everybody move. There's the shot. Now, if that goes, that's a good play. If it doesn't, that's exactly what they wanted. Parker shoots good from the wing. Now you got to play defense again. Geo Baker's got the ball out high. Xavier's on him. Okay, he comes out. He's going to try to get around a pick. He's going to try to dribble in. Baker takes the deep 3 with a hand in his face, and he buries it, giving Rutgers a 1-point lead. You've got to get dribble penetration. So if you can't get the ball inside the way you want, you got to drive to the glass and make something happen. I'm looking for a guard to make a play here. Why is Xavier not taking the ball? There you go. Now get out high. Now make a play. There's a turnover. It's either a foul or it's out of bounds off you, McConnell. Which way do you want it? Eleven on the shot clock. Dribble, drive, get to the basket. We cannot afford a zero here. Cannot. Kopp got the ball in the inbounds. Johnson's got it. There comes the pick. Johnson's going to drive. He's going to throw it up, get it to Race. Oh, and it's going to be a foul on Race Thompson, or it's going to be knocked out of bounds off of Indiana. Where's Jordan Geronimo? $57-56, not looking good. What's up, Andrew? It's the same story every week. Here comes Baker. He's going to get the ball, and he's going to push everybody back. Fennessy's finally back on the floor. Thank goodness. Okay, he's got a lane. He's going to pass it inside. And there's a block. But it's going to be a foul. Good foul. I'll say that's a good foul. You can't let him have that basket. Timeout on the floor. Terry Angel says IU doesn't have enough talent. Or any talent, I'm sorry. They do, but so this is really coming down. It is. Anthony Leal doesn't get time on the floor. Don't know why. He hasn't played the whole game. You know, especially with Trey Galloway still out with a groin injury. Upper groin strain, whatever it is that they say that it's deep. You haven't seen Tamar Bates on the floor this half. This is my complaint. This is my complaint every game. I have the same complaint. I sound like a broken record. We don't let our guys play enough in the second half. We don't let our bench play enough in the second half. Well, the last two games we've been able to hit 70, but we ain't going to hit 60 today. Whoever makes 60 probably wins the game. Both teams are going to be in the bonus for the rest of the game. Creek, I would say it would take at least 2 wins in the Big Ten tournament to get back on that in that conversation after today. 148's a lot of time, guys. It's just, these guys are playing to hold on. I haven't seen winning basketball played this last 10 minutes. Get loud. First free throw is up and good. 2-point lead. Definitely can't go without scoring this time. Made them both. Guy couldn't hit a free throw in the first half. He's making them all now. 3-point deficit. We need to get something inside. Go into the basket. Go into the basket. Get inside. Go into the basket. Xavier's going to drive. He's going to get inside. Flips it to Trace. Trace has got Omaroya on him, but he's going to flip it back out. Back on the block. There comes the double team. Trace goes up. Draws the foul like we should have been doing for a while. Trace needs to hit some damn free throws. You got to keep the pressure on here. 2 free throws and a stop. Come on, I'm calling for 2 free throws and a stop. They look defeated. Look at the look on their faces. They look beat. Sinks it. Thank you, Alex. 50 in the house. Smash it. 2 hours in. Rutgers is up by 2. We need this one 2 and a stop. 2 and a stop. Sunk it. Here comes McConnell getting ready to inbound. Fennessy's out there on Mulcahy. The fans are getting loud finally standing up in Indiana. Get these guys to stop. Here comes Mulcahy McConnell across the timeline. Hits Mulcahy. Mulcahy's going to try to get around Fennessy. Can't do it. Hits Baker in the corner. No good. There's the rebound by Trace. Force Baker into a shot. We're down by 1 with a minute to go. Push, push, push. Get to the basket. Get to the rim. Make a play. Hits Parker on the wing. Don't you shoot that. Hits Trace on the block. If the double team doesn't come, feeds it back out. Rotates it around. Xavier gets it to Race on the other block. Race has got Harper against him. There's the double team. Puts it up. No good. Trace with the offensive rebound. No good. Oh. There's going to be a foul on Indiana right there. So here's the set. We're going to have to score. Hopefully he doesn't make both. Had 2 good opportunities there. Can't complain about that. Omaruyi is at the free throw line. He's 3 for 6 today. The last 2 looked like they were clutch. This is going to be a 1-and-1. We need a miss. Yeah, it did not look good, Creek. We need a miss. 41.5 seconds to go in the game. We need a miss. Need a miss. Up and good. 2-point lead, 41.5 to go. We need a miss. Need a chance to get a tie. A tie gives you motivation on defense. Need a miss. Get loud. Up, and he buried them both. It's time for somebody to be a star. But we need 2 points here. We don't necessarily need a 3. Get it a go. Go, go, go. Fennessy hands it to X. X is going to drive. Feeds Fennessy. Fennessy's going to go to the basket. And there's no foul called. Fennessy's on the ground. Here comes Baker the other way. Outlets it to Mulcahy. Oh, it hits the official, and the ball stays in bounds. And X just got hit in the head. He's playing. He's acting. God dang it. Game is. The official kept the ball from going out of bounds. It should have been a turnover to frickin' begin with. Get the F out of the way. Here we go. This is going to be a mess. It should be 2 in the ball if that's the case. Let's see. Oh, he punched him. He flipping punched him. Xavier goats that stuff right there. It happens every single game. But he punched him. He can't do that. So whatever you call, we still should be shooting 2 free throws. He goaded him into that swing. Regardless of anything, you're right. He goaded him into it. But we're down 3 with 19 seconds to go. Mulcahy and Xavier are getting a little physical in the corner. Need a home call, please. Dude, it's thank you, Terry. I appreciate it, bro. Bro or sis, I'm not sure. Terry could be either way. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But no, he goaded him into swinging, and then he acted like it hurt. But that's some people call that gamesmanship. When other guys do it, you don't like it so much. Let's see what the call is going to be. I can't hear what they're saying, so I don't know. Jiminy Christmas. We cannot 2 in the ball. Give us 2 in the ball. Or let them shoot one, or it's either going to be 1-1 for them, and then, I don't know. God awful. 63 in the house. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I can't hear it, but why is it still under review? He's ejected. He has to be. Look at him grab his ear. You would think he just got hit by a boxing champion the way he acted. He didn't even. That's what he does. He's right there in your face. Wait, what the hell? What's this? Oh, I don't even know. We might as well chalk it up as done. 5-point lead with 20 seconds to go. There's not much left we can really do. Should never have been in this position. Should have never been in this position. Got to have them both. Got to have them both. Got to have either. Yeah, I saw that they kicked Mulcahy out. JB, I'm with you. I didn't feel that great about that. I felt okay about Parker Stewart, but I was just if it was me, he wouldn't play unless he played, solid defense. I don't know if he's better on defense than anybody else. He seems to get burnt all the time. We got a 3-point game here. It's you've got to have something go your way now, and nothing. You haven't done anything very, very well this whole game, or the whole last 8 minutes of this game. Looking at it right now, that's going to at least knock us to the first 4 out. We really need. We can't afford to lose this game, honestly. Going to Purdue on Saturday, I don't have a lot of faith in that game. Them guys are angry. Yeah, I agree, Wyatt. Right there, Jim. It's time for Rob Fennessy. I would just, no doubt. JB, I'll take that too, just for silence. These guys got to stand up because somebody's got to step up and make a play here to get this game to overtime. That's our only shot at the moment is get it to overtime. JB, I guess. I think because of the technical, it has to be. I mean, both teams, are really tight. So it's going to be Indiana's basketball. 20 seconds to go in the game. You got 3 3-point shooters on the floor, and they're going to take another timeout once they get it across the line here. Yeah, Jim, I mean, I can't, is flagrant 2 the more egregious of the 2 fouls? Flagrant 1 is flagrant 1 2 in the ball. Flagrant 2 is 2 in the ball and ejection. I got to figure that part of the rule out. I don't listen to the commentators enough because I can't stand it. What's the play call here? Let's see. Let's go inside and try to score 2. Got it. So the F2 is the worst foul, the worser. Listen to my English. Rutgers dub. Kavaris, I feel you. I feel like that's probably where it's going to end up. I haven't had the warm and fuzzies this whole second half. I just kept watching it just dwindle. Ron Harper is a stud. He's very clutch. Gotcha. I think that's right, Jim. All right, here's the play. Who's going to take the shot? I would go for 2 quick. They get it into Parker. He's going to shoot it. No good. And there's the rebound. There's going to be a jump ball. Indiana has possession. Why? Nope. They have something to play for, Matt. They have seeding to play for, a bye to play for. IU gets one more shot here. I would not have took the 3. I don't know. There's the inbound. There's another 3. He hit it. Parker Stewart hit it with 10 seconds to go. Holy crap. JB, it wasn't anybody that we talked about. No foul. Ron Harper Jr. takes the big shot. You can't let him do that. You just let him dribble up and shoot it. Kavaris, you called it. That's it right there. Why? You got to defend it. You got to make him go around you. And that's a 3. It's not a 2. So fundamentally there, you're defending the ball. You're not defending back. You can't let him have that shot because that's the shot he wants. No timeouts left. 2.1 seconds. This is going to be a Hail Mary. You're going to put Harper on the ball. Ball game. Creek, thank you. Hey, I might not see any of you guys back here for the Big Ten tournament. I hope to see you just because we still love the team, even though it's hard to watch right now. It's definitely hard to watch. Much love to everybody in the stream tonight. Everybody that hung out till the bitter end, I definitely appreciate you. If you don't mind, smash it on the way out. It really helps me. And what a miserable exhibition of the last 20 minutes of a ball game. I don't even have words for it. Let's get into a couple of the stats here really fast. Anybody that cares, there's not much to care about at this point. Trace only scored 2 points the whole second half. That's bad. Miller Kopp, 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Xavier Johnson, 13, 3. He had a few turnovers today. Race Thompson, 12, and Race Thompson did not rebound at all. I'm a little disappointed, so it's really hard for me to sit here and want to talk about it. So I'm going to lock this thing down. Thank you, Nathan. I definitely appreciate you. The scenario is go to Purdue on Saturday and win on their senior night. Good luck with that. You know what? I know stranger things have happened, but right now we don't play well enough in the second half of ball games to win. And Peyton Willis just hit a three-pointer off the top of the backboard. Tied the game up against Maryland. JB, much love, brother. Matthew, I don't have a lot of faith against Purdue, but you know what? We played them well before. Maybe Finney will be a stud. We'll see. I don't know that I'll be here. If I make it home in time, I'll be on. You guys are all great, fantastic, love it. I'm going to close this thing down. I'm a little emotional and upset at the moment. But I thank you guys for coming tonight. Smash it. See you next time.